What kind of music do you listen to, like on recreationally?
Well, I mean, growing up, I was into everything, and I
Mm-hmm.
still say that I have tastes, wide-ranging tastes. With that said, I my first concert was the second leg of Vulgar Display of Power, Pantera,
Oh,
Sepultura,
fuck.
Biohazard.
Fuck yes, that's rad.
Yeah, that was right.
Biohazard and Sepultura too. Like that's a great lineup.
Yeah, Sepultura, Chaos AD, and then when Biohazard put out that song Punishment,
Mm-hmm.
so they were right off of that, and then Pantera was just their whole set was Cowboys and Vulgar Display.
Great records.
So just like every song's like you're just losing your mind. And so that was the first concert. I saw Pantera every single time they came through Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is a great town for metal.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the big metal acts always come through. So I saw Pantera. Pantera then later on would tour with like White Zombie, who I saw every show of. I was big into Industrial. What else? Metallica.
Yeah.
I walked down the aisle and got married to violin and cello players playing Nothing Else Matters.
Whoa, that's pretty fucking cool.
So I kind of hit a Metallica song in my way. Everyone was like, "Oh, this song's so beautiful." Well, I remember my mom walking my mom down the aisle. "This song's so beautiful. What is it?" It's Metallica. Yeah. The people
so
in the
rad.
crowd were turning back. As you walk down the aisle, they turn back and they look at you, and dudes were like,
Dudes, yeah, throwing up the sign.
they knew what it was, So
Did your wife know what it was?
What's that?
Did your wife know what it was?
She knew ahead of time because you plan all that stuff together, and I was like, hey. She actually got jealous because she's like, "That's amazing because it's beautiful." These cello and violin players that we hired, they played it beautifully, but it says so much about me in this sneaky way.
Yeah.
And so she was like jealous that I had found this thing that I could translate into kind of that version of that fit perfectly. And also the words of the song are really, that's a really romantic song. That was,
really
that was the first time that Metallica ever, played a ballad.
Well, yeah, something. I mean, the story from that, I believe, and someone could correct me if I'm wrong later, but that was a song that wasn't even supposed to be on the record. Like, Lars heard James playing it and was like, "Dude, we got to make that into a song." Like, it wasn't even something that James was writing for Metallica. He was just something that he was writing for himself. Never thought.
Well, up to that point, it's like Kill 'Em All, Puppets, Lightning, Justice, like. I mean,
the softest thing before that, I guess, would be arguably One.
Yeah, maybe the beginning, or like Fade to Black.
Yeah, Fade to Black. Yeah.
But other than that, like there's nothing soft and feely about. Like you said, One's probably the most introspective of all of those.
Yeah, absolutely.
Albums, but yeah, so I was in all of them. Danzig. So we're talking like mid '90s. So we're talking like How the Gods Kill. I was 9 Inch Nails for like around that time, first couple of albums, and then it was like the old Alice in Chains, Soundgarden, like some of the heavier stuff that was coming down out of Seattle. But I was into God, and then
Ministry, connect the goddamn dots.
Yeah, for sure. Ministry, but then also like, so it was like thrash metal, and then that kind of, and then industrial, which kind of led into like Lords of Acid and like kind of like really weird, trippy, strange like stuff that like kind of went a little further than what White Zombie was doing on an industrial level. So I was in all that kind of stuff. It's still to this day. I mean, what do I listen to when I'm working out? Like, yeah, all that.
That's what's getting you. That's what's getting you going in the gym.
Pretty much, man. Yeah, pretty much.
Cool.
Yeah,
I like that. Much. I like that. Like everyone has their gym songs that they get into. I respect that.
Yeah, totally. But like before COVID hit, I was on this great run. I got to see Tool play on had great seats to their show.
You were there
at
the Staples Center?
Yep, exactly.
Well, I was there. I was there as well. I was at one of the
you?
nights. Yeah, one of the nights I went. Yeah, we were there together.
Nice. Yeah, that was a hell of. I mean, they put on such a show.
Yeah, I actually had the pleasure of, before their new album and everything, they played with Primus in San Diego in a much smaller venue, and I was able to catch them there too. I've seen Tool several times, and I only saw Primus the one time though. But like, yeah, they put on such a great show.
Yeah, same with me. And then like I was just looking at my desk, and I'm like, oh, here's a Slayer ticket to Slayer's last show.
Whoa. That's pretty cool, dude. You got to hang on to that for sure.
I know. I found it in a pocket, like, of a jacket that I guess I haven't worn in, whatever.
Yeah. Since that show.
Yeah,